That's one thing about it. I have some fun since we started with the football. I have some fun things, some Super Bowl facts if you guys want to hear. The Vegas baby. This will mark the first time the Super Bowl will be played in Vegas. Of course, the game will be played at Alliance Stadium.
Is that just because they've never had a stadium there?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't think so. I think they have the University of Nevada, Las Vegas that has a football team.
But it's not anywhere big enough to hold us.
I don't know if it would be it. I don't know if it's big enough, but they've always just kind of stayed away from there because of all the the notion of the city.
Yes, you're right, Chris. Yeah,
interesting. Yeah. All the teams are staying like 30 miles outside of the city.
I was watching ESPN on like Wednesday or Thursday, and they were talking about it like they were because of all the organized crime ties. That's why they stayed away for like the longest time.
Twice as nice. The Chiefs and 49ers will meet for the second time in the Super Bowl. The Chiefs won the first time, 31-20, in Super Bowl 54 in 2020.
Jimmy G.
I remember that. Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yep. That was the first time Andy Reid's won a Super Bowl.
Yes, it was.
Wow. That's happened quite a few times. Not that many, actually. The Washington franchise and Miami Dolphins in Super Bowl 7 and 17. The Giants in New England in 42 and 46. Eagles, New England, 39 and 52. Wow, that's kind of crazy.
What was the significance of those games?
I'm sorry?
What was the significance of those other you mentioned?
Rematches.
Rematches. Like the two, they played each other.
I missed that.
Twice as nice. San Francisco and Cincinnati Bengals, 16 and 23, and the Patriots and St. Louis Rams in 36 and 53. That's kind of crazy. When I forgot that when the Patriots beat the show on the turf or the show on the turf,
greatest show on turf, with the greatest leg in forever, Adam Vinatieri.
Yep. 8 is great. The 49ers are in the Super Bowl for the 8th time. That's kind of crazy.
Wow.
Back to back.
Montana won 6. That makes sense.
Did he? He won 6?
Or 5. He won 5 and Young won 1. So that's 6 right there alone.
That's insane. Back to back. I mean, think about I'll just throw the side in here real quick. The 49ers went from with Jim Harbaugh to being one of the just absolute garbage teams. And then they were able to draft so well that they've been so good since Kyle Shanahan has taken over.
Think about this. They traded 2 first-round picks for Trey Lance, and they're still in the Super Bowl right now. And he's not even on the team. He's playing for Dallas.
That's insane.
Did you hear about the statement that Trey Lance made? He's like, no, I'm good enough to play. And they're like, yeah, no shit, you're good enough to play. You're just, just a terrible human being, I guess. And they don't want him on the team anymore?
I think you might have somebody confused with
that. I guess it was.
No,
I haven't heard about that with Trey Lance.
Did Trey Lance play the last game?
Trey Lance plays for Denver.
That was he's the former quarterback that got drafted, and they traded him to Dallas.
My bad.
I know what he's. I think I know what he's. I'm trying to think what he was talking about. But yeah, okay. Back to back, the Chiefs in the Super Bowl for the sixth team in franchise history are looking to become the first team to win consecutive Super Bowl since the Patriots.
But that's with Patriots in like 03 and 04, 04, 05.
Yeah, 04, 05. Great, nice, Chris.
It's kind of interesting how the Chiefs are the Chiefs have become like the Patriots now, where teams people just hate them to hate them.
Yeah, well, I'm a little. I don't
really hate the Chiefs. Yes. I just hate the fact that they pan to Taylor Swift every 18 seconds.
And that's not their fault, but it's just that anger comes from that.
I like Mahomes as a player. I think he's a really good player. I like Andy Reid.
I love Andy Reid.
Who doesn't love Andy Reid in those commercials?
I love Andy
How about that one where they like most valuable blunder, and he's like at the end they kept the commercial going. At the end, he just cracks at the end of it, starts laughing.
I love the one where he's like where he's got the cheeseburger.
Let me get some of those nuggies.
Yeah, try to give them nuggies.
No, you know what's great? We were watching. I was watching an interview today that he did with and he was talking about like where he gets his play call sometimes, and he'll go to anywhere and everywhere to like he'll go to high school, he'll go to like grammar school teams. He tells his team to go find. He had when he was working with in Green Bay with homering.
Yeah, I heard this story. This is good.
There was a family run janitor system that always cleaned the facilities, and he would always go up to Andy. He's like, "Hey, I got to play, man. I got to play, man. I got to play." And Andy's like, "All right, fine." Just gave him a note card, wrote it out, and Andy's like, "Oh, it's actually not that bad."
Oh wow!
So he used that play in the game and he scored a touchdown. And he went to look at the janitor who was at and he's calling his wife. He's like, "That's my play. That's my play." And his wife goes, awesome. "Yeah, okay,
yeah, right,
yeah, because she would never believe that."
Do you think
Andy gives him a wink and a nod, and he's like,
"Yeah."
Do you think Andy retires in there? There's been rumor before the playoffs. Do you think he retires either way? Do you think he retires if he wins, or do you think he retires either way?
I honestly have I don't know. I've heard the same rumor you heard, Pat.
But also, like, he's had a lot of stuff in his life that he didn't retire for, so I'm not sure why all of a sudden he would start.
I could see him, like, not retiring, but moving into, like, a front office position type deal.
I feel like that's kind of a cop-out. They don't do shit in the front office. When
I know they don't, but I feel like that. I could see something like that happening, though.
It depends. I mean, maybe it's time, like, you know what I mean? Like,
oh, man, I can't wait to watch Net Nagy burn that ship down.
They're going to bring back Eric Benamy.
That's what I was going to ask. If he, let's just say he does retire this year, regardless of winning or losing, are the Kansas City Chiefs as good as they are with
Mahomes?
A different coach?
Not if Matt Nagy's a coach.
I mean,
they definitely have to find a better coach, or they'd have to get a decent coach there. But they should still be a decent team.
I think they're running into cap hell though. They're gonna have to cut some guys. I mean, they're always gonna be decent with Mahomes. You know, you're gonna have a chance with them when you have a quarterback. It's always got a chance.
I feel like he. Yeah. I think it'll be really nice to see if it was Mahomes more or Reed more.
I don't think they'll be as consistent.
I think if that happens, where it was Tom Brady or Belichick, and you could really tell it was probably a lot of Tom versus a lot of Bill. This, I think, if Reed leaves, it'll be more Reed than Mahomes, just because Andy Reid's such a good coach.
It'll be interesting to see. I just don't think they'll be as consistent of a team.
Yeah, I can see that. All right, 4 = 5. The Chiefs are only the third team to make 4 Super Bowls in a 5-year span, joining the Bills and the Patriots.
Are we going to Taylor Swift math next?
Nope. Seeing red. Andy Reid long ago cemented his status as one of the NFL's best all-time coaches. Of course he is. He will be coaching his 5th Super Bowl, tying him with Dallas coach Tom Landry for third most all.
Did he get to 2 with the Eagles, or is he all?
No, he only had 1.
1 and 4.
No, he only had 1 Super Bowl with the Eagles.
Yeah, that was the Terrell Owens one. I remember that one for sure.
Former Patriots coach Bill Belichick tops all with 9 appearances, and Don Shula with 6. Yeah, you're not getting to Bill Belichick. I don't think.
That's tough.
A chip off the old block. Reed's counterpart, San Francisco sideline Kyle Shanahan, may have a winning Super Bowl in his blood. His father, Mike Shanahan, was the head coach when the Denvers won. We knew that. Mahomes, my goodness, Mahomes 28 will be just the 8th quarterback to start 4 Super Bowls. That's insane. It's hard
to get the Super Bowl.
Oh, it's really insane. What was it, 6 years, and he's been in 6 AFC championships? Like, he's been in the league for 6 years. Yeah. Every year he's gone to the AFC championship.
Yeah. The 1 year, I think the first year he was a backup, though, right?
With Alex Smith?
Yeah. So.
That makes, well.
But still, I mean,
so you're right, but okay, I get what you're saying. That's
still insane.
That's still crazy.
Yeah, it
crazy
is.
Stat. The Bears have been to one NFC championship and 2 in the last 24 years.
Yeah,
as a team, as an organization.
And then I think we'll make this the last one. Well, maybe we got 2. We only got 2 more actually here. So he's pretty good as expected. And maybe for Holmes to have wound up in the Super Bowl. That's on how unlikely it is for 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy. He was the 262nd and final selection. He was the
Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah, Mr. Irrelevant. And you get like a kind of a nice little package.
Yeah. If you're going to go in the 7th round, you might as well be the last guy picked.
You better hope. Yeah, he's the last pick of the draft, his draft year. That's insane.
That is pretty nuts.
Did he come out the same year that was his 3rd year in the year league? Did he come out the same class like Fields and all those guys came out in?
I think so. I think with the same. I think with I could be wrong, but wasn't it with?
Well, he was a rookie last year.
Was he with Trey? It was a rookie last year.
Oh,
so you're after. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Unlucky 13. Everyone knows Taylor Swift's lucky number is 13, but that just so happens to be the jersey number Purdy wears. Swift aside, 13 of course is notoriously for being unlucky. Blah 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 blah. That's bullshit. Okay, that was the last one. I thought that was kind of cool. Go ahead, Joe.